I want to share with you now the words of Rumi, who said that only the supremely brave ever admit how helpless they are in the hands of God. As for the others building and decorating their sandcastles, look how one wild wave shatters them all. We now go into Alenu on page 154. And it's our tradition only during this moment on Rosh Hashanah and on Yom Kippur to fully prostrate to the ground in a sign of complete humility and reverence, in which we realize that as much as we wish we could control our love lives, our careers, our health, our safety, our emotions, just for a moment, we recognize that our lives are just sandcastles, vulnerable to one wild wave that could change everything we know to be true in the world. And so for a moment, we go fully down to the ground with our palms facing upward and recognize that as much as we'd like to, we cannot control everything, and we ask for help from God, from friends, from the universe, from a spirit of love that permeates this place and permeates the world. And then we stand back on our feet. And if you've done this before, you know that that transition from recognizing what you can't control to needing to stand up again and hold ownership over what you can be traumatizing, to say the least. And what we invite you to do here, our practice now, is to take this moment of realization on the ground and have it strengthen us so that when we stand with gratitude, because while we can't do everything, we can do something. And while we can't be everyone, we are someone. And when we get back up, we don't just stand the way we are now, but we stand in our full power with hands to the ceiling. And if you've never done this before and this feels really strange to you, all the more so you need to do it, because you're here and it's Musaf and you stayed for a reason. So I want to invite you to try it this year as we go into a new year, recognizing that there will be many things that we cannot control, and yet there's so much that we can. And while we can't gauge when and how we die, we can gauge how we live. So I invite you to turn to page 154 for Alenu as the ark is open. You can spread out and come into the aisles. There's a lot of room up here on the stand if you want to come join us up here as well. We want to make sure everybody in the room has room to prostrate.
Alenu l'shaveya l'adon hakol v'teit gedula miyotzer bereshit shelo asanu gegoyei haratzon velo samanu kemishpechot hadama shelo sam chelkeinu kael v'goralenu kechol hamona לפני מלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא. שהוא השמיים ויוסר הארץ ומושב יקר